Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा। I welcome all the devotees for the today's Sri Jagannātha Kathā. Yesterday, we stopped our discussion where Vidyapati, so he is going back after getting the darshan of the Nilmadha Bhagavan. Also, he got the hospitality from the Shabara on that day, where initially first day he got the darshan. On the same day, also he got the nice prasadam and so and so. Next day he got the Samudra Snanam. Then after that, so he got the darshan of the Lord, and also he saw the place where the king has to stay if he comes, when he comes to the Sonilachala Parvat. So this is the things we discussed. Then after that, we also have seen, that means Vidyapati climbed his chariot to go back. And meanwhile, we also are hearing what is happening on the top of the hill. On the top of the hill, so demigods, when they came to worship the Lord, at that time there were the heavy winds were blowing, and when they went into the meditation of the Lord by seeing those kind of winds, and which is filled with the golden sand, then after a few moments, so when they came out from the dhyana, they didn't see the Lord's deity, but they just saw a pile of the golden sand. That means Lord already disappeared. Nilmadha Bhagavan deity is disappeared from there. So then these demigods were expressing their feelings, their separation, and they were asking, is there any mistake by us? And please let me know. So what are the reasons for us to like this to happen? So in our case, without you, how we can live? And because of you only, we are getting the oblations. That means whatever oblations are we are getting, those oblations are meant for you only. And because of you sanction, so then only we are able to give or satisfy the boon asked by our devotees. And we are completely dependent on you. We are all your vibhuti. And what is the cause for disappearing? So this, and where we can go, and so we cannot go, and we'll be staying back in this forest only until the time you show you give your darshan, we will be doing the vrata. So prayopavesham. That means so till that so time we'll be doing the upavayasa. That means so completely fasting. So like that they decided. Evam pralapatam tatra sarvesham tridau kasam. So they like this they were saying among themselves, and they don't want to go back to the heaven. Then after that there was a voice actually. Asarira tadavani punah pradur bahuvaha. Asarira tadavani. That means there is a voice where there is no body. That means no person is there actually. But this Asarira Vani, so they got. And what that Asarira Vani said? Atra devo surayatnam kartumarhata no vrutha adya prabhuti devasya darshanam durlabham bhuvi atrastane pitam natva tad darshana phalam labhet atrastane api tam natva tad darshana phalam labhet swayam bhuvontikam gatva etum gnasyatha nishchitam. This Asarira Vani said two sentences. What are those two sentences? Oh my dear demigods, you are deciding unnecessarily to do the vrata actually, fasting. Atradhe bohu suraha yatnam. So all your endeavors to know the reason why Lord disappeared is simply so useless. And we should not do this. Adya prabhriti, from today onwards, devasya darshanam durlabam bhuvi. So it's impossible to get the darshan of the Lord on this earth. That means Nilmadhav Bhagavan is not visible further on this earth planet. Atrastanepi tam natva tad darshana phalam labhet. But that Asarira Vani is saying one thing. If anyone is paying the obeisances to the place where the Lord is residing, that means there is a pile of the golden sand is there. If for that sand actually, the place where the Lord was there, Nilmadhav. So if anyone pay obeisances to that, they will also get the result of what? Result of the getting the darshan of the Lord. Same result they will also get. Swayam bhuvontikam gatva. And my dear devatas, you should go to the Brahmaji and ask him the reason why Lord disappeared. So like this, Asarira Vani said this. Tatsrutva tridashaha sarve brahmanontikam yam anugraha vrittantam avataram cha darunah srutva santushta manasah sarvate tridivam divam gataha satu vidyapatir. So then after that, what these demigods did? They didn't go to their Swarga. They all went to the Brahmaji's place and they asked the reason. So my dear Brahmadev, what is the reason why the Lord disappeared while we are worshipping, while we are meditating? Then Brahmaji said that, okay, Yamanugraha vrittantam avataram cha darunah. So now Brahmaji, whatever he heard when Lakshmi Devi was telling to the Yamaraj. So she told already at that time what she told. This Darumay Deha, that means wooden form of the Lord will be coming or manifesting here, that Indradumna Maharaj will do and so and so. So whatever Vrittanta is heard by the Brahmaji while Lakshmi Devi is explaining to the Yamaraj, that same Vrittantam he explained to them. And also he explained that now here this, that means instead of Neelimadu, now 4 deities are going to come. So Jagannātha, Baldev, Subhadra and Sudarshan. So in the form of the wooden form. This whole story, so he explained, Brahmaji, to the Devatas. Then Devatas, after hearing this, their mind is so pleased and they happily went back to their Swarga. But now you come to this side actually, now come to the scene of the Vidyapati. Satu Vidyapatir Vipro Ratharudo Abhyachintat. We already discussed. So Vidyapati climbed the chariot, and then after that, what happened actually? Meanwhile, this happened here on the top of the hill. And when he climbed on the chariot, and then he started thinking actually. Satu Vidyapatir Vipro Ratharudo Abhyachintayat Mama Karyam tu Nishpannam Yad Drushto Neelamadavaha Asamantat Kshetram Idam Kshetramidam Paribramya Avalokaye Adruštapurvam Paramam Supunyam Sankirtanam Yasya Malapahari Kshetrottamam Sri Purushottamakyam Pradi Kritya Vrajami Tar Purnam Prudvi Prada Kshina Phalam Satada Bhajante Paryantiye Sakala Kalmashadarya Aranyam Neeladri Manditamidam Purushottamakyam Mitram Mamopadishate Sma Samudratere. So now he is saying, he is thinking while after climbing into the chariot, my work is done. I got the darshan of the Neelmadhav, and also I identified the place where the king has to stay. So everything is done. Now, Asamantat Kshetramidam. He's thinking, this Jagannātha Kshetra is unparalleled, and no one is equal to this. And he got the one interest actually, one desire. What is the desire? He wants to circumambulate the entire Kshetra and see what are the different things are there. And then after that, so he wants to go back. Adrishtapurvam paramam supunyam sankirtanam yasya malapahari. So, and also glorifying this Kshetra is what? Will be removing all the contamination in the heart. Kshetrottamam Sri Purushottamakyam. This Kshetra is the best among all the Kshetras. And that's why I will circumambulate to this Kshetra, and then I will quickly go back to Avantipura. So like this he thought. And you know, if you circumambulate the Jagannātha Kshetra, you will be getting the Prudhivi Pradakshina Phalam Satadha Bhajante. So you'll get by circumambulating the whatever the result you get. So if you circumambulate the entire earth, whatever that means entire earth circumambulation if you do, so whatever the result you get, for that hundreds of times if you multiply, that same result you'll be getting by just circumambulating the Jagannātha Kshetra. And that much glorious this Jagannātha Kshetra. So Prudhivi Pradakshina Phalam Satadha Bhajante Paryantiye Sakala Kalmasha Dari Aranyam. So by doing the Pradakshina to this Kshetra, one will be completely freed from all the Kalmashas. Sakala Kalmasha. That's why one does the Parikrama to the Vrajamandala Parikrama. So 84 crores Parikrama. So generally it happens in the month of the, Damodar Mas. So whole month, all the devotees, they circumambulate the Mathura. So Mathura Mandal actually. We'll be seeing the Mathura Mandal also in the same Purana. In the same Purana, Mathura Mandal and all the Krishna's holy places and everything is explained. If you have some time, so you can see the Mathura Khanda is the one more actually. Like it's Utkala Khanda. In this Vaishnava Khanda, there is one more Khanda is there. That is Mathura Khanda. There you can find. And also Avanti Khanda is also there, and also there is Prabhasa Khanda. So there is various, all the Punyakshetras are completely explained. There also you can find the glories of the Mathura. So here, whoever is circumlating, this is the advantage actually. So that is also Vidhana given by the Puranas. Vichantyetam Dijasreshtaha Paribrama Vetai Vaitada Kshetram Pashyanvanam Chaiva Nanadruma Gananvitam. So while he is circumlating, he is seeing the lot of hundreds of the trees. Kshetram Pashyanvanam. So completely, so that area, so the kshetra is fully filled with the different so forests actually. Nana Pakshiganaha. So there are so many birds. Kushta Kuja. And that means they are all singing in the different voices. Like, so some like parrots are doing the different chirping sound, parrots are making, and birds are making different sounds. And also, so like the Mayur, that means peacocks, they do different sound actually. They're also doing the different sounds. Like this, all the different sounds are always, so while he's traveling, so while he's circumlating this forest, he's keep on hearing and also seeing the so many beautiful trees. Apravishtarka Kiranam, and those trees are so dense actually, even the sun, while he is going on the circumlating the route, so the trees are like this, and that's already midday actually, it's a daytime, midday. So he's not finding even a single, that means sun rays. So lot of, that means completely is a cooling and soothing actually, and no sun rays are entering to the ground. Chaya Taruna Gunavritam Apravishtarka Kiranam. So that means the sun rays are even one small ray is also not entering. Such a dense forest that is. Actually, this is the thing actually. And now that nowadays the trees are completely cut down. And because of this, our earth is completely fully is dried actually, and global warming is increasing. And I heard actually one tree is equal to some, so hundreds of times of the well. So the water, the well is there. So compared to that well, that's the one quote is there. I'm not, you have that quote? Huh? Maharaj used to say it. Yeah. Okay. So one tree is equal to, its value of the tree is equal to the so many hundreds of wells actually. Like more than 10 suns. So it is equal to the more than 10 suns. And such a benefit is there from the tree actually. And trees are very important for our existence. And so they are naturally, they help so all the living entities to stay peacefully. And also trees are the cause for having the proper rains, and also it will hold the fertility of the land actually. The upper layers of the earth will not be, so what do you say? So that will not flow away because of the heavy rains. Erosion. So soil erosion also is stopped actually. Now you see actually in the Mayapur also so many trees still are there, but gradually they are cutting down actually. I don't know. So slowly they are disappearing, and because a lot of buildings are coming and concretes are coming, the natural beauty of the Mayapur actually is going. So Vrindavan, you don't see any trees actually. Even some few trees are there near the Govardhanji. So very few trees actually nowadays, and those are also thorns trees. Not the mango trees, this trees, that trees. But in the Mayapur, you'll be seeing wherever there's so many mango trees. Like, while walking in this Mayapur, will be sometimes these mangoes are falling on the head actually. Even in our campus, there are so many mangoes. While we go for the walking morning time, so mangoes, they are falling actually. And also if you go to the Rasamrita Kunjan inside, so there are so many mango trees on the bank of the road. And also lot of, what is that, Nered Kaili. నేరేడుకాయలు ఏమంటారు ఇంగ్లీష్ లో, ఐ డోంట్ నో. Jamun. Yeah, jamun tree, jamun fruits also. So many are falling on the road. Jamun fruits are there, and tal trees are there. So many. It's a wonderful place actually. But this is always pleases our heart and immediately bring one into the mode of goodness. These are all what is a mode of goodness. By being staying in this, once goodness will increase. But when you stay with the in the cities, and when there are a lot of vehicles and a lot of that means contamination, pollution, and that will immediately contaminate the mind, actually, that atmosphere. And also a lot of the big, that means shopping malls, and those will be contaminating, and also the way of lifestyle, people wearing the dresses and this and that. So that will immediately bring up, that means like in the water, in the settled water, if you stir it with a stick, whatever the dust is there, or whatever the dirtiness is there, mud is there, down, settled down. So that will immediately come up. Now, similarly, in your heart, whatever inner, that means samskaras are there, bad samskaras, by seeing all, immediately it will be stirred out, actually. And they will come to the present mind and keep on asking this and that. But when you stay in this mode of goodness, but that will settling down, actually. And when you do the bhakti along with that, then that will be completely removed. So that is the advantage, actually, by staying in the goodness. Like now, this Vidyapati is traveling in such a dense forest, actually. So many trees. But nowadays, trees are keep on disappearing, and that is causing the more and more global warming, actually. And because of increasing of global warming, what will happen? The next stage is, temperature will keep on increasing, and the north and the south poles are the water, ice is there, that is melted, and the water level of the oceans are increasing. Then ocean water will enter into the rivers, then rivers will polluted, then everything is a big problem, actually. अप्रविष्टार्क किरणं छाया तरुण गुणावृतं सर्वतः सर्वतु सर्वर spelling mist सर्वर tu kusumopetam lata gulmopashobhitam. There are so many creepers, and with the different flowers, and so many trees with the different flowers. Nana jalashayadhara kujat sara sankulam. And also different water stores are there. Somewhere ponds are there, somewhere small water canals are there, and somewhere the waterfalls are there. So like this, differently, that means that that kshetra is decorated with the different water stores. Why these are all being explained, So in the Purana, what is the use, actually? Vasdeva is putting all these lines and the compilation, why he kept? Because these are all, actually, should understand that how the real opulence will look. This is the real opulence, actually, real opulence on this earth. And one should understand, this is the beauty of the earth. Next, Padmakahnara Kumuda Vikachot Falarajitam Na Falam Na Jalam Tatra Kusuma Parihinam Latadikam. So there are also different fruits, various kinds of the fruits also there. So like this. So he did the circumambulation of the entire dhyayan. While doing this, so he is seeing all these and also meditating on the Nilmadhav Bhagavan, because he is standing on the hill, and he is doing the circumambulation of that whole kshetra. And while like that, so by remembering, so finally, so he did the circumambulation. So paritya vegat tat kshetram jagama atadijottamah dhyayan. So nirashanaha pragnaha prapya avanti dinatyaye. And very fastly he reached. So at the end of the day, he reached the Avanti. But while returning back, he went very fastly, actually, because he knows the route and everything. That's why. Duratarairavedhitam puram durastasya dvijaha sutya. So then, while Vidyapati is entering, that means almost to the Avanti. So king, that means with Avanti is a city, actually, is a capital city. So immediately, actually, in the olden days, how it will be? So there are the Godacharis. So someone is entering means immediately news will be transferred before he enters. So like that, in the previous days, how the information is transferred, there will be for the every 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer person will be there. And this person will go to the another person and 1 kilometer and he will pass the message. And that will be another kilometer. There is one more person and he will pass to that. He will be passed to that. So information is fast like that. Not that the one person only is going to that till the end. No. Like in the villages also. So like how the postal will be reaching post. So it will come to the from the district to the mandal to the so the different villages. So similarly here also. So information is carried forward like that. So Vidyapati before entering into the kingdom itself, they all came to know that means Vidyapati is coming and they gave the information to the Indradhimana Maharaj. So then at that time phones were not there, now no walkie-talkie. But still the information is beforehand only it is passed actually using these methods. So in the Chandika Arthashastra we can see all this. Tadagamana Kanksha. And Indradhimana Maharaj is so excited actually. He is just waiting for when the Vidyapati will come the good news. And that means he saw the Lord Nilamadu and also so arrangements he will make sure and he will come back. So for that good news, he's just waiting. So by that time, Indradhimana Maharaj did the worship of so his own home deities. And then Vidvadbhir Brahmanai Sartham Tastau. So along with all the Brahmanas, he was sitting there. In his royal court, he was sitting along with the Brahmanas that so and with the happy mind actually, with the happy heart. So because Vidyapati came to know, Vidyapati is coming like that, the information also he came to know. He just now sitting and waiting for that. Etasmin antare vipraha satu Vidyapatir dijaha pravesh kaihi vetra hastaihi dorakya purasaraihi nirdishta margaha paraischa anumatah. So what happened? So when Vidyapati entered into the inside, so then Vidyapati is led by the by the different that means inside you might be knowing that. So there are the gatekeepers. So they brought him to near to the king actually. Then Nirdishta Margaha Puraischa Anumataha Kautakanvitaihi. Everyone is very excited actually. What news Vidyapati is going to carry here. So Nirmalya Malam Neelakhya Madhavasya Sushobhanam Nidaya Prano Rajagre Pravivesha Twaranvitaha. While he is coming actually Vidyapati, so he brought the what is that Maha garland which is offered to the Nirimadu. Actually, Sabara gave the one Maha garland also for the sake of king. So that's why he brought that Maha garland and he is holding that Vidyapati. Nirmalya Malam Neelakya Madhavasya Sushobhana. And that mala is so beautiful, I already told actually. This mala is so beautiful and that flowers are not getting the dried actually. No dry, they will not be dried. It is always fresh and clean actually. And also giving the good smell. And such a mala that is. And he is holding in his hands and he is bringing Rajagre. He just came in front of the Lord. Rajagre Pravivesha Toranvitaha. With the hariness. Raja is also waiting and he is also came with Hari. So then Tamdrishtva, by seeing the Vidyapati, then what happened to the Indradhimana Maharaj? Tamdrishtva Nrupati Soatha Samuthaya Varasana. Immediately, so king stood up from his asan, Singhasan. And Prasida Jagadisheti Vadan. Prasida Jagadisha. Lord may be satisfied. Like that he is saying. Vadan Antikam Abhyagat. And he came very close to the Vidyapati. Adyame Jeevitam Jatam Safalam Janma Karmana Nirmalya Malam Vapusham Yat Pashyami. Yes, Yat Pashyama Iha Madhavam Malam. So Mukunda Shirshonupama Pramoda Labhadhari Kruta Sura Dhruma Kanta Gandham So by just seeing the mala, and he is saying that now my life is successful. Adyame jivitam jatam safalam janma karmana. So my life is completely by my birth is, and also my activities, whatever I did till now. So till now, whatever the ruling of this kingdom and everything is became successful, because ultimately all these activities led to get the darshan of the Neel Madhav Bhagavan's mala, Jagannātha Bhagavan's mala. And that's why my all activities, whatever till now I did, all became successful. And also my birth, being a king or being a human being in this world. So whatever, so I took birth, now that birth became successful because of getting the darshan of this Uchishta, this remnants of the Lord's. So that is nothing but this mala. So mala vapusham, by seeing this mala, I am so, that means happy. Yat pashyami iha madhavam. So this is nothing but the Lord himself, he is saying actually. This mala is not different from the Lord. Yes, Lord's prasad, Lord, and also anything, any uchishta, any remnants. Sometimes we may get so sometimes Srimati Radharani's earrings or the bangles or sometimes some piece of the cloth or anything. All those are what? So they are not different from the Lord actually, not different from the Radha. So this is the philosophy actually. We should accept like this. So those remnants are respected. So like that, they are Lord only actually. They are not different. So that's why he is saying that this mala is not different from the Lord. Mala Mukunda Shirasi, and this mala is on the neck of the Lord. And Anupama Pramoda Labhadhari Kruta. So, and it is so great fortune. So getting the darshan of this mala, and also this mala is made by whom? This mala is prepared by the demigods, and also the skandham. So this smell of this mala is so nice. Suradhruma. That means in the heavenly planets also trees are there. So like Parijata tree, you might be knowing the story. The Parijata tree, there are the flowers are there, na? Same way in the heavenly planet also there are the trees are there. And from those trees, flowers are plucked and this mala is made. And that's why these flowers are not like the flowers on this earthly planet. And so that means magnanimous. And so it's Gandha is so fragrance is so nice. Andhikrutali nichayam pavana prasari gandha prana shita jagat kalusham namami. Andhikrutali nichayam. So that means this whole world is completely filled with what? Ignorance. Andhikrutali nichayam pavana prasari gandha pranashita jagat kalusha. So all this ignorance of this whole universe is driven away by the what? By the fragrance of this mala actually. Because that mala is nothing but the fragrance is nothing but the remnants of the Lord actually. Lord has enjoyed that, and so after that whoever is getting that fragrance and whoever is getting the smell, then that will destroy all the ignorance of the people actually. So the fragrant wherever it is blowing actually, all that means, so the ignorance is destroyed there. And such a glorious mala this is. And I pay my obeisances to this. Namami yat pada pankaja galada rajasonu shanga brahmadayah paramasampadam uparasya vishnoh kalevaras samujjwalitanga raga samsakta pushpa nilayam pranatosmi malam. And also yat pada pankaja gala pada yat pada pankaja galat rajasonu shanga brahmadaya Parama Sampadam Uparasya. Even, this Brahma and other demigods, Yat Pada Pankaja Galadara Jasonu Shangaha. They all look for the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. When the Brahmaji did the prayers in the 10th and the 14th chapter, after glorifying, it's quite actually for the Krishna, it's boring because Brahmaji glorifies the Lord in the Dasya. As a servant, how he glorifies, so that way he glorifies. So that's why Lord likes to play with his friends. So because he likes to play with his friends, and such an important time he is stopping, and he is just so not allowing Krishna to play with his friends, and he made him to stand, and this Brahmaji keep on so glorifying him in the Dasarasa, which is not so much relishment for him actually, for the Lord. Lord likes to play with his friends. The young boy, the 7 years old boy, he likes to play. Or otherwise, he likes to play with the gopis. But now this Brahmaji is entered into in the Brahma Vimohan Lila time, to the Vrindavan, and he is keep on glorifying with this and wasting the Lord's valuable time to play with his friends in the Sakyarasa and so on. So at that time, Brahmaji finally asked actually one thing actually. He says that, my dear Lord, anyway, I don't know how much I am able to satisfy you. So please give one boon to me. Let me become a stone in this Vraja actually. And so that your devotees are so great, and you are and your devotees, even if I get the fortunate, that means fortune, get the dust of their lotus feet on the stone. So that I will become successful in my life. So please give this benediction for me. So like that, Brahmaji prayers. The same thing here Indrajimna Maharaj is also saying. So what he is saying, this Brahma and other demigods like Lord Shiva and so, they all, that means hankering for the lotus feet of the Lord and the Rajas, that means Rajaha. So that means the dust from that lotus feet, they all want to wear on their heads. And Lord is like that actually. And this mala is where actually? Is on the Vakshasthala of the Lord, where the Angaraga he applies on the body. Angaraga, that means like ointment. Angaraga means ointment. For the Lord, the Angaraga is applied on that, and this mala is endowed with that Angaraga. And then this mala is having what? So is having the Angaraga of the Lord, which is applied on his Vakshasthala, and on his chest. And that mala is this. Generally, other demigods hanker, even Brahmaji hankers dust of his lotus feet. And now I am getting the fortune to get this Angaraga. So I am so fortunate. And that's why he is, and that means where the Lakshmi also stays. And this mala is so glorious. That means how the devotee actually see the beauty of the devotion and the glory of the devotee, Lord. That we should understand here. And I pay obeisances to this. Like that he said, and that means he is paying obeisances to that mala. So next, Padmam Hrut Padma Vasitam Sapatnim Yasa Satyasau Vikaswaraihi Sukusumaihi Vishnuvankastitir Garvitam. So also he is saying the same thing actually. He is also touching the Vakshasthala, this mala. So where the Lakshmi is sitting. And that is also said here. Putrastite yam maharshir mahimanam srag ujjvala ya srinidehe sharira bhut sarvanga vyapini charam jaya niladrishikar abhushanat pradhushana Tihara Srimantrahimam Sharanagatam Iti Bhruvanaha. Like that, he was glorifying the mala. Then Kshitipaha, then that king, Bashpa Gadgada Giraya. So that means when he's glorifying, his eyes are fully filled with the tears and he's crying, and also he is glorifying like this, and his voice is choked up actually. So Jagama Shirasa Bhumim Spurat Romancha Kunchakaha. So Jagama Shirasa Bhumim. So immediately he is crying and glorified, and he cried and fell down on the ground actually. So to pay obeisances to that mala. Hey, wind blowing. So Jagama Shirasam Bhumim Spurat Romancha Kunchakaha. Sopi Vidyapatir Vipraksapati Asesha Kalmashaha Divya Deho Nrupasyagre Dhyayan Madhavamastitaha. Even the Vidyapati also, what he is doing, he is holding and he is also meditating on the Lord only at that time. And Indradimana Maharaj just bow down, and he is also in the meditation and holding, and he is in the meditation. Then Divya Deho Nrupaha. And because Vidyapati's Deha is also Divya Deha. Why? Vipra Kshipata Asesha Kalmashaha Divya Deha. So by accepting the remnants of the Lord, so Mahaprasad, then Vidyapati's all the Kalmashas are over, is completely purified actually. And such a Vidyapati, so Divya Deha Nrupasya Agre, so Nrupasya Agre, that means he's in front of the Nrupa, and while meditating with our Lord actually. So then the king bowed down. Then what happened? Tejasa sarva lokanam papa nikshalayan sudhihi anugruhnatu devaha tvam niladri sikharalayah kshipatehe iyam kshipatehe Shripater iyam agnate mala rupa prakashita dashtum kshetrottamam gatam swam sakshat muktidayakam ityucharayan narapatehe mumocha gale. Vidyapati also saying, "Oh my dear king." So when king bowed down, so to pay obeisances to that mala, so then immediately Vidyapati also is saying, Tejasa sarvalokanam papa nikshalayan sudhi. Oh intelligent, my dear king, you destroy all that means ignorance of the people, and you have effulgence, and you may be so blessed by the Lord, like that he is giving the blessings. Brahmanas always gives the blessings to the Kshatriyas actually. Anugruhnatu devaha, that means Lord may give blessings to you. Tvam niladri sikaralayaha. So you may be blessed by the Lord who is sitting on the hill of the Nilachal Parvat. So Sripate iyam agnate mala rupa prakashita drashtum. So so also he gave the blessings that so you may go to this kshetra, and like that he gave the blessings, and then finally he dropped that mala onto the neck of the king. So Pyuthaya, and also he immediately stood up. King stood up. Kshitipatihi malam hrudayalambinim. So he was just touching that mala to his heart. So that means, and which is hanging on his heart, and his Drishtva mene Sriya Kantam Shakshat Hridayagaminam. So he's thinking that it's entered into his heart, really into his heart it entered. It is lying on his heart, but it entered into his heart deeply actually, this mala actually. So Nidhaya Pani Sirasi Dhara Milita Lochinaha. So like that, so he is his eyes are, his keep on, so tearing actually. Anandashru jala klin vadan tustave harim. So while crying and his eyes are keep on, that means so shedding the tears. So while he started glorifying the Lord, he's remembering and he's glorifying the Lord. Indradumnya vacha. So how he is glorifying the Lord? Jaya kila jagat srushti sthiti samhara silpakrut leela vishwa vapurloma sankhya brahmanda bhara brut Jaya. So Akhila Jagat Srishti Sthiti Samhara Silpakrita. So he is the cause for the creation of the entire universes and also maintenance and destruction. Lila Vishwa Vapuhu. Vishwa Vapuhu, and he is the universal body. He is the universal body. Loma Sankhya Brahmanda Bharavrit. And also he is holding the all that means Brahmandas on the hair of his body. Antaryamin Naseshanam Pranatartihara Prabho Brahmendra Rudra Mukuta Kirmirita Padambuja. So he is Antaryami and so Dinanada Vipanneka Satatatrana Tatpara. And also he will the savior of the people who are in the miseries. Nirvyaja Karuna Vari Paravara. And without, that means he is having the mercy, causeless mercy. Paratpara. Why Lord is having the causeless mercy? Because to save these Jivatmas, so he will be sending this Shastra and also he is coming and various forms he is taking in this earth. So to save the people. So that is his causeless mercy. Tadeka Sharanam Deenam Anadi Brahma Nirbaram. Anadi Brahma Nirbaram. So he is Tadeka Sharanam for the Jivatma who is bewildered from the where? Deenam Anadi Brahma Nirbaram. Jivatma is bewildered from the beginningless. It's not that the Jivatma is sometime it is properly it is there, and after one day it came into clutches of the Maya and it is covered by the Anadi, that means by the Avidya. It's not like that. What is said? Everywhere in the Shastra it is said that Deenam, this Jivatma is pity, actually is Deena. So, and what? Anadi Brahma. So it is having the Brahma. Brahma means Avidya. So from where? Beginningless. Anadi means beginningless. No Adi, no beginning. Meaning beginningless. Anadi Brahma Nirbaram. So it is surrounded by this Maya, actually Brahma, from the beginningless. And for them, who is the shelter? Only the Lord is the shelter. Paritrahi, O Jagannātha. So please save. So these Jivatmas, so who are in the bewilderment from the beginningless. In beginningless, that means no questions. You cannot ask anything. That means what happened, why Jivatmas are here and some are there. No, actually. You cannot ask that question also. If you say some are here and some are there, so that means you are thinking that one day Lord is keeping some Jivatmas are inside this material world and some Jivatmas are inside the spiritual world, like that. No. So there is no question. So no discussion. Anadi word is there. So that is the understanding you should get. It is to one like that. He is glorifying the. So Indrajimna Maharaj is glorifying the Lord. And that means, oh my dear Lord, if you are there and we are from the beginningless in this Maya, and without you, and there is no possibility for this Jivatma to come out from this Maya. And you are only the shelter, actually. Nobody in this universe, Jivatma, can save this Jivatma, actually. Brahma, Shiva, other Devatas, Indra, Chandra, nobody can save. Nobody can remove this Avidya, actually. That is only Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. Mam eva ye prapadyante Maya metam tarandite. Only one and only Tadeka Sharanam. Only by taking the shelter of the Lord only one will be get rid of the Maya. Even the Jnanis, so they do the Jnana sadhanas, they don't do bhakti, but ultimately this Jnani also, when he wants to go and merge into the Brahman, so that going and merging into the Brahman is also going to happen through the only because of bhakti, not by the Jnana Shakti. Jnana cannot make the Jivatma so to leave this body, gross and subtle bodies, and merge into the, and also the Vidya, whatever it is having, Vidya. So that is also removed, and only the pure Jivatma cannot go and enter into the Brahman without the bhakti. So that's why what? Ultimately, Jivatma is getting the salvation means in the form of the Brahman realization or Paramatma realization or the Bhagavan realization. For the all the realizations, only one thing is, that is bhakti. That's why Twadeka Sharanam. Lord is only the shelter. No other one is the shelter. So the bhakti, the service towards the Lord, that means Jnanis also, they should do a little amount of bhakti to get the final salvation. Even the case of the Ashtanga yogis, anyway, devotees are doing the devotion. So that's why Lord is only the shelter. So otherwise, like you see, you are in the well, let us think that you are in the deep forest and no, so it's night time and lot of snakes and so many things, stones are there, and you are also thirsty and such a and such a state, and that well you are fell down in such a well. So how you feel? So you will be so excited actually, who will come and save? Similarly, this middle world is like a deep forest actually for the Jivatma, and it is simply going here and there in this forest Jivatma like the traveler. So you might be seeing in the 5th canto, 13th and 14th chapters, that that person and the businessman, he is traveling in a forest actually. So how he was so exposed to the so many calamities. Sometimes he's seeing the big animals and it is going to, so he's getting scared, and also big ditches and lot of the stones are there, and there is some kind of the hill stations, and to climb that, so very difficult to climb, and so many thorny stones are there, and it's difficult to walk on that, and such a miserable place. And yes, in that forest, and so much fear because of different animals and different situations. So, and how he is very much fearful every minute. Similarly, we are also in this middle world. All the time we are fearful. What will happen next minute? So maybe some disease will come to your loving people, maybe to your father, your mother, or your son. If you have small child, so 2 years old infant, then you'll be fear of oh, what will happen now? So wind is blowing heavily. Oh my God! So now here today is hotness is very much, sun is very much having the hotness, and what will happen to him? And old father is there, or old mother is there. Oh, you have so much attachment for them. So now maybe they may get this disease, that disease, because of diseases, because of some fear of the job. So what will happen to my job and my boss? How you will be? So is there any chance? So my neighbors are doing the politics or not, and whether they are cause for so losing my job, and they may do any politics background me. What will happen to me if they kicked out me, and I have to pay 50,000 rupees of EMI for month? And where should I take my family if they kicked out? And like this, because of diseases, and because of the friends, and because of the relatives, because of the enemies, because of, so maybe some guest may come, some 10 people of your family people or village people are coming to your house, then immediately you'll get in the fear. Oh, my monthly stock is going to be finished 10 days before. Then how to survive the next another 10 days? So what my children will eat? How I can survive? Whom should I beg? Whether they they will borrow, they will lend the money or not? And for that, what should I do? Like this middle world is what? Every minute is full of fear because of so many things. If you are having a lot of money, still you are having the fear of who will come and encroach. If you have the big land, actually, think, and maybe the neighbors, you have always anxiety maybe that neighbor is very dangerous, or this neighbor is dangerous. And if you have land in another place, in another village, let us think. So then you don't know, you cannot go every day. And you might be thinking, in the night time, immediately, suddenly you will get in the shock. In the dream, you will be thinking that your neighbor is encroaching your land. And you will suddenly wake up and you'll see what is happening. Yes or no? It happens. And also you have the gold. And you'll be thinking that what will happen. So every day you'll be thinking in the night time, oh, I am sleeping and I have the 10 kgs of gold. Maybe 1 kg at least you have gold. So what will happen to this gold? Who will take away? Maybe. So you are always, that means you try to sleep peacefully, but your sleep is not peaceful actually. You cannot be peacefully sleep. This is going to happen. And also if you have good name and fame, let us think you are the very good person. And you always fear of, maybe some people may think me bad. And because of, they may misunderstood. And you try to cover all, that means all the time you try to expose yourself as a very nice. For each and every activity, you try to give the explanation to the unnecessary, unknown people also you keep on giving the, because you are attached to your good name. And like this material world is completely full of every minute, every second, how that merchant is full of fear in that dense forest. And this person is also, every jiva is full of fear actually. Bhayam ditiya viniveshitasya adishadapetasya viparyayosmriti. So this is the situation. This is the reality actually. This is the reality of this material world actually. So what is that? For such a fearful person, like you are in the deep well, and which is full of snakes and also thorns, and you are every minute, if I move out here, this snake may bite and that may happen, and there is outside there's a tiger and it is try to catch you. So much fear you have. No? The same way in this material world is also, you are always fearful actually, every minute. It's a fact actually. And little, sometimes you may get little happiness. And that is also very flickering happiness. And for that, you should pay a lot actually. That's a sex happiness or whatever, the eating happiness. If you eating happiness also, even if you eat and if you spoil your stomach, then you will be suffering for at least 2-3 days. So that's why everything, even if you do the sex, then one will be suffering for the days, losing the energy and then feeling the drowsy and thinking that what is this? Completely he will feel vanished. So this is the situation of this material world actually. It's a completely, is not the place to demanded. That means Jivatma, whatever the happiness it demands, that happiness is not here actually. So for such a fearful Jivatma, who is Sharanam? Twadeka Sharanam. So Indradimna Maharaj is saying, Twadeka Sharanam. My Lord, we are suffering from the beginning less. We don't know from where this. That means there is no beginning for our miseries, for our fear. And now you are the shelter. And that you came in the form of this garland. And that is on my neck. And how he is feeling. Like you are in such a dense forest, or if you got some help, then how you will feel? And you will feel so fortunate or not? You will feel so happy or not? And you will be feeling this so excited actually. The way, so here, that is the greatness one should feel actually. By being in association of devotees. By being in association of the devotees and by getting any remnants of the Lord, so one should be so fortunate actually. Because that is the shelter for the beginningless miseries. That is the end of the beginningless miseries. That beginningless miseries will end with the getting the mercy of the Lord in the form of the prasadam, in the form of the garland, remnants and so on. Twadeka sharanam deenam anadi brahma nirbaram paritrahi Jagannātha bhakta virata vatsala. Oh my dear Jagannātha, please save me. You are only the shelter. So that's why people, whoever is understanding the uselessness of this material world, and immediately he will understand the glories of the association of the devotees, the glories of the devotion. So that's a once, again and again, one should study the Bhagavatam actually. Bhagavatam one should study. And every chapter, that means in every Katha actually, in every Prasanga, this is again and again reminded actually. And that will make so grateful to getting the bhakti and association of the devotees and the mercy of the devotees and the mercy of the Lord in the different forms. Itis Tuvan swasane samupavishat. Like this, he is glorifying and he sat on his singhasan vapas and into back actually. Gruhamedi brahmachari yatir vaikhanasai Gruhamedi brahmachari yatir vaikhanasaihi vrataha ashtadashu vidyasu kushalaihi yajvabihi dvijaihi maunaista virabhrutya ischa sardham mantri purasaraihi vidyapatim pujayitva bahuman purasaram. So now Vidyapati is surrounded by what? So many grahasthas, brahmacharis, yatis means sannyasis, and also vaikhanasaihi means the worshippers. So they worship the Lord with the vaikhanasa vidhi. And also the experts in the 18 vidyas, and also dvijas, brahmanas. Yajjobi means ritviks, that means who do the yajnas. And like this, different servants of the king, so many, all are standing, are surrounding this Vidyapati, and Vidyapati is worshipped by all of them because he achieved such a great thing. He got the darshan of the Nilmata and he came back successfully, and he came with the good news, and so he is going to take back the king. So that's why everyone is happy. They are celebrating actually. They are celebrating this. So then after that, they worship him. They give bahumana purasaram upaveshyagrataha pithe prushtva. So like this, they worship. Then after that, so king made him to sit in front of him on the nice pithe means so proper. So sitting arrangement is given to him, and best one. And Vidyapati is sitting in front of the king. Purushottama kshetrasya Vishnoho Nilashma Varshmanaha Mahimanam Swarupam Cha Prapacha Avahito Muda. So now reality, now he is excited. Indradyumna Maharaj is excited. Actually, he wants to know what you saw. Already anyway, Jatila told something. But now Vidyapati saw everything. Vidyapati got the darshan, direct darshan of the Lord, and saw the Purushottama Kshetra wonderfully. So now, the king made him to sit nicely, and he started asking, "My dear Vidyapati, tell me." So Indradyumna Maharaj's ears are standing on the end actually. He wants to hear nicely, carefully actually. Purushottama kshetrasya Vishnoha Nilashma Varshmanaha. That means this Madhav deity is what? Nilashma. It's a Nila money. That means the stone. What kind of stone? Blue color stone, dark blue color stone. With that stone, the deity is manifested. That means the Swayambhu, that is that deity is not made by anyone. It's a Swayambhu dynasty. That's it. The Lord directly, so wearing this body, and he is appearing. So that's why it's a very powerful Swayambhu deity. So, and he's asking, so please describe that beautiful deity's Swarupam, the beauty. He's asking that with happiness. Brahmanaha Kshatriyena sau Brahmanaha Kshatriyena asau Prushtaha Anubhavam Atmanaha. This Kshatriya is asking the Brahmana. Vidyapati is the Brahmana and Indradyumna Maharaj is the Kshatriya. He is asking the Brahmana, what experience you got by seeing the Lord? Please explain that experience. Pilladvipa praveshadi Jagannātham saritpatehe kshetrottamasya vrittantam kathayamasa vistarat. So, saritpatehe. Saritpatehe and means Saritpati, who is the husband of all the rivers. Who is that? That's a Sagaram. That's the ocean. And he is asking the glories of ocean. He is asking the glories of the Lord's beauty. And that also Kshetram. That's the Jagannātha Kshetram, Purushottama Kshetram. And everything. So all the story you tell me. Nilandri Rohanam Nilamadhavasya cha darshanam snanam cha Rohini kunde mahimanam vatasya cha Rusimhat jashta shambhunam shaktinam ashta samstitam rathena akramanat drishtau kshetrasya ayam kshetrasya yam avistarau tatsarvam varnayamasa yathavat anupurvashaha. So then Vidyapati explained everything. What he explained? So how he climbed the Nilachal Parvat, how he met the Shabra. Then after that, the glories of the Rohini Kund and the glories of the Vatavraksha and the beauty of the, and also the darshan of the Nilmada Bhagavan. Then after that, bathing in the river, and also all that means while he is coming back, he did the circumambulation of entire Kshetra. So then at that time, whatever he saw, everything he yathavat anupurvashaha. So the way purvashaha means the way that is till now we have seen. So the same way he explained to, because everything once again we cannot say, na. Then Puraṇa will be repeated. Second time it will come actually. So as said, the same way, as the way he saw, so the same way he explained to Indradyumna Maharaj. Tatsrutva chitram atulam tairthika veditam pura samprītatah drishtamana punastam shitipo bravit. After hearing everything, so Indradyumna Maharaj became so happy. Chitram atulam. That means these glories are very, very surprising actually. That means one time getting darshan, and also in the Rohini Kund just bathing one time, and immediately, so that crow is getting the Sarupya Mukti, and also Sabras demigods are coming, and they are bringing the lot of so different kinds of the bhogas, and they are everyday worshipping. These are all chitram. It's a very unusual thing. Amanusham, this is. It's not on the human platform actually. Atulam, it is unparalleled. And such a glorious thing. After hearing this, so king became so happy. Samprītatah hrushtamanaha punahatam. And once again, after hearing, and his heart is pleased, and then once again he asked, what he asked? Chitipataha. That means king is asking like this. Indradumnya vacha Sruta purvam tu bhagavan tvattaha asrausham sudurlabham kshetrottamam dijasreshta sampratam varnayasvami nilendramani murtestu vishnu rupam yatha tatham. One time already said. So now, even after hearing, his heart is not completely filled. So asrausham, tvattaha asrausham. Indradyumna Maharaj is saying, just now you explained to me, yes, I heard the glories of the Lord, Nilmadhav. But can you repeat again, once again? Varna Yasva, once again you please describe. Nilendramani Murtestu Vishnoho Rupam. This Nilmadhav's, the beautiful form, can you explain again. Yathathatam. As it is, you explain. The way what you saw, everything as it is, you explain. Like that, he expressed his desire. So if we repeat, then you'll be feeling bored, na, actually. How you will feel? I don't know. But Indrajimana Maharaj, the thirst is not completed. He is not fulfilled, actually. He is feeling so much thirst of drinking this nectar of this Lord's beautiful form. He wants to drink this. So through the ears, his thirst is there in the heart, actually. And the thirst is not there in the stomach. It is there in the heart. And the thirst is fulfilled by what? By hearing the glories, the beautiful form. Through what? So through the drinking. The thirst will be fulfilled with the drinking. Through what? Through the ears. So he will drink that nectar through the ears. And that is going to quench the thirst which is there in the heart. This is when we also purify our contamination, when our anarthas, we also feel same thirst, actually. And we keep on, that means wherever there's some Kathā, so some glories of the Krishna is happening, he will go and keep on hearing. Like children, if there is some cricket match is coming, whatever his mother says, that will go to the shop and bring. So while going to that, so generally in the villages, we don't have TVs initial days. So in the something movie or something serial is coming, so he will forget that. Just 1 minute he will forget, actually. Seeing that and sitting there, and half an hour, 1 hour, mother is waiting and he's there sitting and he keep on hearing and enjoying. And she will come with a stick, actually. She will come and she will find in whose house is. And in the backside, she will come without telling to anyone and give one shot, actually. So the absorption, actually, because our heart is so much contaminated, we like to hear so many material things, actually. When this contamination is over, then automatically Jivatma is naturally, it is inclined to relish the pastimes of the Lord. That is a natural tendency. You don't need to bring that tendency into the Jivatma artificially. No. Like the sweetness it is having. Like laddu, if you eat, the sweetness is not brought into that. It is there naturally. Like in the sugar or in the salt, there is a saltiness is there naturally in that. Similarly, in the Jivatma, what is there? Relishing the glories of the Lord. That is your natural constitutional position. And now you are in the bewilderment, actually. You are in the illusion, actually. And you are thinking that, so this material world, hearing your stories, actually, Amalakala. So all that, sitting and glorifying and not hearing the others' life, what is happening in this life. His grandson, his mother-in-law, what she told. And so her mother-in-law, what she told. How they are fighting. What is happening. So very much interested, actually. They want to finish their work by the 9:30 and 10 o'clock. So they will send the children to the house, to the school. And husband also will go for the work. And they will finish everything 10 o'clock sharply. And eager to come together and fight 6 group. And they will relish by gossiping the so-called this and that. Even also they go to the temple, they will be hanker for their friend. Why? Is there any hankering for the hearing the Krishna Katha? No, even the Katha is going, so Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita class going in the temple, but they will sit outside, actually. Outside, they will sit in a group and they keep on discussing this. Did you see like this? Yes or no in your temple? Yes? Natural, actually. We see so many times we see, actually. We request the congregation, so people, please go inside and sit and hear. But they don't feel any taste, actually. But they feel so much taste to hear this gossip. Because the contamination is there. So much contamination. And it is attracting. That contamination attracts the contamination, actually. When we The gossip is there, and this Mataji is went with that Prabhuji, and this mother-in-law, and scolded like this, and this is this, and that is that. Wow, बहुत मजा आता है. So that's why one should understand that that is a disease actually. That is the severity of the disease. Thus, the amount of force you have to hear those is the amount of the disease, the seriousness of the disease. But when like Indradhimna Maharaj, this is the symptom of the pure devotees, whose heart is clean. They immediately eager to hear the glories of the Lord. Even after hearing one time, his thirst is not quenched actually. He wants to hear back from the Vidyapati. And Vidyapati is explaining. Hantate kada ishyami divyam murtim jagatpate. Hanta, oh my God. Okay, I will explain again. Kathā ishyami divyam murtim jagatpate. Divya murti, this is a transcendental form, this is. It's not a stone actually. You and me will see it as a stone actually. So, Archa Vigrahe, so Pashana Buddhi. Thinking it is a stone. So, Ma Yam Charma Chakshusha Drishtva Jayate Mukti Bhajanam. Even if you see that such a transcendental form with this fleshy eyes, what is the glory? Mukti Bhajanam. That person is immediately eligible to go to, is relieved from the karma bandhanam. Is destroyed. All his karma is destroyed actually. Such a great, powerful, that means that power is there in that murti. Neelendramani Pashanamayi Murtihi Puratani. It is a very old. That means, what is the age? It is Anadi. It is there from Anadi actually. The Swayambhu form means is nothing but Lord. And it is Neelendramani. It's a what color? It's a dark blue. Indramani. It's the best stone actually. With that stone it is mad. Neelendramani Pashanamayi. Yanvaham Brahma Rudrendra Purogaihi Archita Suraihi. You know, my dear king, it is worshipped by the Brahmaji, Lord Shiva, Indra, all they come and every day they worship. See, that means they also hanker for the service, to do the service of this deity. And such a beautiful form, they are also hankering every day, coming and seeing. This form is like this. Aropiteyam divya srak pujayam hi suparvabhihi. Aropita iyam divya srak pujitayam hi. That means on this beautiful deity, srak means garlands. Transcendental garlands are, just imagine actually, transcendental garlands are put on that, decorated on that. Seyam na mlayati nrupa nacha gandena richyate. Seyam sa-yam na mlayati nrupa nacha gandena richyate. Dina bahutithe yate api idrushi srakdharodbhava. And all these malas, so they are not hamara, whatever the garlands we put, those sad jata hai. Mlayati means sanna, that means stinking. So no, these malas are not like that. These are all fresh all the time. On that body, these are all, it's not like that. Sometimes you might be seeing the deities are with the dried malas and completely like that. But these malas are fresh and like flowers are like smiling. If you see the flowers, they are looking like smiling actually. So flowers, they smile or not? Yes? Yeah, fresh flowers, you can see they always smile actually. And these flowers, yeah, these flowers always smile actually. And in this garland, all the flowers are fresh and they are always smiling. And also is Lord's beautiful face. And they are decorating the Lord's neck so beautifully actually. Gandhena narichyate. Even the aroma, the fragrance is not reduced. If garland is drying, then fragrance goes down actually. It will come the different fragrance. Suka smell aata hai. Dine bahutithe yate pi idrushi sraddharodbhava. So even he is many and many days. Even that mala is not changed for the many days. It is always fresh and not the plastic flowers. Nowadays, people they keep the plastic flowers and they also look like so original. But what is the difference? The beauty is not like natural beauty is not there. It's a colored one actually. And one more thing, there is no the fragrance is not there. But from this mala, all the time fragrance. If you go the just surroundings to the deity, immediately this you will be getting this so beautiful aroma. So much that means nice fragrance. And with those malas, that beautiful deity is decorated actually. You can see that. So nice. Sraddharodbhava divyopara nirmalya bhakshanat kshina kalmasham. And also, he is offered with the what? Divya upaharas. That means whatever that means different upaharas. Like in his hand, whatever is kept actually, like sometimes, so some different gifts they give, like malas, or otherwise some kind of the so different other gifts. All look very fresh. Divyopahara nirmalya pakshanat Sheena kalmasham. And also, whoever is eating this beautiful deity, so whichever is offered, so whoever is eating that, and their sin is immediately cleaned actually. Kalmasha. So kshina kalmasham. So nirmalya bhakshanat. If you eat the nirmalya, that means demigods, they bring nice laddus, this, that, and so many juicy items, and all they prepare and they bring. So that means fresh and whoever is eating that because Lord accepted that because of their devotion, and they became the remnants, and by eating that, so kshina kalmasham, the kalmasha, the sin will be reduced. Mam na pashyasi kim rajan atimanusha varchasam. Vidyapati is saying, hey, you see me, my dear king. Do you see any difference in me before going and after coming? He's saying like that. Because I also ate. Now you see effulgence in my face. I'm feeling so happy. And I got this so much strength. I ate one time. And I became, that means so fresh. So varchasam, that means my effulgence is increased. So do you see this difference? Then king says, yes. This is the greatness and beauty of this Mahaprasad. So mam pashyasi, you are seeing, my dear king. Mam na pashyasi, what? You are not seeing me? Kim, what? Rajan, atimanusha varchasam. I am having the extra human effulgence. Are you seeing in me or not? Yes. That is because of this Lord's Uchishta, Lord's remnants. Wow. Sakrut api ashanat asya chut pipasa balakshayaha sakrut api. Even if you eat one time, then that person's thirst and hunger is is balakshayaha. The force of the thirst and hunger is reduced. Even one time if you eat. Na bandhante, na badhante nrupaseshta. And this thirst and hunger will not give any pain to them. That is such a powerful deity that is. Sometimes, people also get these realizations. They go to such a dham and they get the remnants, and then after that, they get the extraordinary realizations. Anyway, we should not broadcast, but Lord reciprocate that. It's true, it's a fact. Na badante nrupasreshta drishtena adrushtakal. Wait. Drishtena drishtakalpanam. So why he is saying all this? Lord, king is asking to glorify the beauty of the deity, and he is telling about prasadam and garlands. Why? Because the power I am saying, because I am saying these are all visible things, and from this you can understand. Drishtena adrishtya kalpanam. From this you can understand how that deity is. From this you should understand. This is a point actually he's mentioning it. Bhakti muktischa vai rajandve tatra yugapastite. By seeing the Lord, getting the darshan of this Lord, immediately, simultaneously, bhakti mukti, both are one will be getting. Mukti on the top of bhakti. Wherever there is a bhakti, mukti always stays. So that's why he's saying, one will be getting the attachment. Then after seeing that deity, one will be hankering and they cannot leave. And by taking that, remnants, and once the sin is clean and his heart is purified, and he'll become servant of him. Finished. It's such a powerful actually. That's a bhakti mukti. So one simultaneously, bhakti and mukti, both will be, is standing. Yugapastite. Na jara roga shokadi dukkha tatrahi vidyate. And also for him, there is no old age, there is no diseases, and there is no lamentation, nothing. Even Vidyapati also thought that to stay back there only. But king is also great devotee. So devotee should not be cheated, na? So that's why he came back. And he gave the, that means, the information. And he will anyway go back now. And Vidyapati's descendants only are worshipping now also Jagannātha. Yatra sakshat Jagannātha prasanna vadano vibhuhu. That means prasanna vadano vibhuhu. Vadanaha. What kind of face Lord Jagannātha is having? Very smiley face. That means this garland, the flowers all are laughing. They are all because on the chest of the Lord. That's why they are also laughing actually. They feel they're so proud and happiness. And that's why these flowers are laughing. With proud they are laughing. And Lord is also laughing. All the smiles are there. This is a garland of the smiles. And Lord's, his moon is inside. These are all small stars, these flowers. And so in that stars, among the stars, there's a moon-like face, and he's also smiling actually. It's a beautiful actually. And anyone see that beautiful face, then immediately he'll be captivated actually. It will be finished. So, Pullendi varapatrakshaha, Pullendi akshaha. How his eyes? His eyes are like the petals of the lotus. So curvature and beautiful it is. It is there actually. Beautifully there. Prapannamruta muktidaha. Whoever is paying taking shelter, prapanna means if anyone takes shelter at his lotus feet, muktidaha. Immediately he will relieve you from all the entanglements. Then you will lose your interest for your wife. Your wife will not look more. That means no further attraction for your wife. And by seeing your children, you will not feel so happiness. You might be now feeling proud of your children's success, or your children is doing or studying or even walking, even small parents. Parents, when the child is very small, so they will be seeing if he is walking and he will feel so happy, actually, parents. Yes. And they feel that they're so success also. Wow, we produced one Jivatma and now he's walking. And they will be having so much actually happiness. No? So whatever the attachments, and for the child, whatever he speaks, nana, nata, mummy, papa, like that, whatever he's saying. So by hearing those two, that means broken words, and his heart will be relieved actually from the whole day he work. And whenever he hear these sweet words, that means broken words of his little son or the daughter, all the pain is removed. He will immediately remember, wow, that means I am the father of this child. That will relieve, yes? So, yes, Ambija Pradata, actually. I am the seed giving father. He'll feel like that, actually. But all this so-called attraction, whatever is there, for his like maybe he's newly married, then so he's a beautiful wife, actually. He's remembering even so even for 1 second also he cannot so forget in the initial days, actually. Keep on remembering. Even in the water also, you see the face of her beautiful wife, his face. Yes. So all these attachments, whatever the beauty is there, is in 1 second is finished, actually. It's gone. Because it's all temporary. Whatever this attraction is simply a temporary thing, actually. That's not real. That's not the real beauty, actually. That's not the real attractive thing. The real attractive thing is that's a smiling face of the Lord. And that smiling face immediately captures the heart of this person. And it cleans the dust of everything out of the contamination and produces the attraction for the Lord. Then he will say, I don't want anything. He will feel disinterest in all these things. So that's a mukti daha. This lotus face is, and these lotus petals, eyes are like the lotus petals. And these will be captivating this Jivatma. And Jivatmas only, this is only the Lord is a shelter, is a solution for the beginningless miseries and the fear. So this chapter is over. We came to now 10th chapter. My God. I don't think I cannot finish the more than another 15 to 20 chapters are there. Now we are only in the 10th chapter. Oh my God, it goes like so big, actually. So it takes the few months, actually. Okay, after some days we'll stop it, and once again we'll resume it back. Okay, what can we do, actually? We can, but I'm not going to stop immediately. I will stop. So maybe a few days later, actually. I have some other schedules also, because on the same time I should do some other things, actually. So that's why I'm that means bounded with some other services. So that's why I should not look for my own enjoyment, actually. So I have to do more services also. So I like to speak, and I myself enjoy it more than I don't know. So that is I like to speak. So, but we also have the other services. So I will let you know. And that's why while the message also I didn't mention. So what is the end date? How many sessions one Mataji was asking, Shyamala Mataji? I said roughly 10, but actually I don't want to mention any date, actually, because it goes Puraṇa, Kalakshepam. That means Puranas means this Bhagavatam and Puranas. So it's no ending, actually. It's a lifelong project, this is. So, okay, we'll resume it back after some time. Okay, today we'll be continuing further. So we'll start the next chapter till we have another 15 minutes. Dasamodhyaya. Indradhumna Uvacha. Like this, Vidyapati. So once again, describe the glory and the beauty of the Jagannātha Bhagavan. Then Indrajumna is asking. Indrajumna uvacha janma prabhuti tatratvam na prayato dijottama. Janma prabhuti tatratvam na prayato dijottama. Katham vidyad bhavan divya vrittantam pirushottame. So Indrajumna Maharaj is asking, Janma prabhuti tatra tvamna prayataha dijottama. Katham, Are Vidyapati, Are nahi bole hain, but Vidyapati, from the birth, I am seeing you. You are in this Avantipura only. You didn't go any time before. First time only you go there. Janma prabhuti tatra tvamna prayataha dijottama. From your birth, you didn't go to that place till now. First time he also went to the Nilmadhav. And such a secret place that is. And now Indrajumna Maharaj is getting the curiosity actually. And before you didn't go, till your birth, till now you didn't go to that place. And such a magnanimous and such a secret place and that secret form. So how did you go? How did you came to know the path? Katham vidyat bhavan divya vrittantam purushottame. How you traveled entire path and how you reached there. Can you elaborate this in clearly? Can you tell me this whole? Because he is excited actually. What are there actually in this Shaktra and who he met, whoever else there, and so and so he want. Then Vidyapati is saying, Vidyapati ruvacha tatra stitoham sayahne bhagavantam upagamam tasmin kale divya gandho vavau va vivau cha shishiro marut udyataha sankula shabda sruyate sma viyatpathe kramadyahi prayahiti satu varnamaya swanaha divishtanam patat pushpa vrushtyaachadita parvataha samagamo bhut sannidhye vaikuntasya mahipate veena venu mrudanganam charcharinam cha niswanaha abhut purvastatra aset divyagana vimishritaha Sahasram upacharanam pritaye parameshituhu devaihi samarpitam tatra manushya adrushta purvakam sampujya vidivad devam karamatropalakshitaha jaya purvaischa tam stotraihi santoshaya madhusudanam yatha gatante tridishaha prayayuhu tridishalayam teshu yateshu shabarah saka vishwasuru mama divyoparova bhujja nimalyam cha idam dadau mama. He said everything, even more than that we are hearing here. So while going Vidyapati, you remember all, when Vidyapati climbed some part of the hill, he was not able to finding the path. After that, what he did? After that, he was so thinking where to go. Then he is confused, and what he did? He was his kusha mat spreaded, and he was lying there. Then what happened at that time? You remember? So some sound. So people are discussing, some who are not human beings, and such a people's sound is coming, and their discussions are coming. They are discussing about what? Glories of the bhakti. So the same thing he's saying here also. So my dear king, how I came to know, I also confused. So where to go? And I was lying and I'm just taking the shelter of the Lord. My Lord, please give your darshan. So then at that time, what happened, my dear king? So at that time, udyataha sankula shabdaha sruyate sma. vyatpate. So kramat yahi prayahihi satu varnamayasvanaha. So then he heard the extra human sounds, non-human sounds, voices. So who are in the Swarga actually? That means demigods. And also he saw there, so not only sounds, he saw when these demigods are coming and worshipping the Nilmada Bhagavan, Jagannātha Bhagavan, at that time they are so raining the flowers. And he saw all the flowers there actually. This point we didn't see at that time actually. Patat pushpa vrushtyaachadita parvataha. That whole mountain is fully rained with the flowers, transcendental flowers. All are not, you cannot find on the earth. And such a beautiful flowers are there. And he saw this. Then he understood, oh my God, something is here. Vidyapati so came to know, because that is a question asked by our Indradyumna Maharaj. So Vidyapati so came to know because of this fallen, that means flowers on the ground. Samagamo bhutu sannidhye vaikuntasya mahipate. Then he understood that he came close to the so Jagannath Bhagavan. Venu mrudanganam chacharinam cha. And also he is hearing the sounds. So what? Veena sound, flute sound, mridanga sound, and also people are discussing the glories of the bhakti. So that means some voices which are describing the glories of the bhakti, all he is hearing. Abhut purvas tatra asit divyagana vimashritaha. So he didn't hear previously, now he is hearing. That means that is the place. That is the place where the Lord is there. Sahasram upacharanam pritaye parameshutuhu devaihi samarpitam tatra manushya adrushta purvakam. So, but human beings cannot see that actually. Those devatas cannot be seen by the human beings. And they came in that time, and they came that place because they are now human beings. And they came when the people are not there, human beings, at that time they come and they worship. And also he said that when he reached Sayankala, that means Udyataha Sankula. So, and evening time, that means almost all the evening time. It's not evening, that is Sayahnave. That means about to become evening. Yes, that is only then a time. He want to get the darshan. So, and he without eating also he went. So that is the time. The demigods also come and worship actually, that time. So, Sampujya vidivat devam karamatropalakshitaha jayapurvaischatam stotraihi santoshaya madhusudanam. These all demigods worship the Lord very nicely, and they are returning. And they are all saying the Jai, Jai, Jai. Yatha gatante tridishaha. So when these demigods went off, then I saw one Shabara is coming from that place, from the top of the hill. So then I understood I should meet this Shabara and ask. Then I asked, so him, Divyopar, and this Shabara is also coming with the garland. Whatever garland I gave to you, that same garland he is holding. Divyopara Bojja and Nirmalyam. And also he is holding the lot of bhogas in the hand. Various bhogas and everything, malas and these and that. He understood. That means these are all, that means Lord is there on the top only. So now demigods also did the rain of the flowers and everything. So like that, he understood. Anargyametat etadamlanam Sri Rajya Sukadayakam. So Alakshmi Papa Rakshograyogyam Tena Ahrutam Maya. So this bhoga, my dear Lord, my dear King. So Sri Rajya Sukadayakam Anargyam Etad. So it gives everything. this, and he's also telling about this garland actually. Whatever garland I gave, my dear, so king, so that garland I got from the Shabara at the time, that I garland I'm giving to you. Because whoever is holding this garland, with him, all the time wealth will be there, and all the time kingdom will be there, and he will be all the time happy. And Alakshmi Papa Rakshogram. So it will not, that means allow any daridrata, any poverty or anything. So that's why I thought, my dear king, instead of I'm a poor Brahmana, why I need to keep this? Brahmanas, they don't hanker for money. Brahmanas, they always live simply actually. And all the wealth and richness should be with the Kshatriya actually, so that people will be respect him. So then this Brahmana, even he got this such a great boon, he immediately gave to the king actually. That is the simplicity actually. That kind of simplicity Brahmana should have. Brahmana should not hanker for the post or position or money or anything. If anyone is hankering for this, he is not a Brahmana actually. Forget about the Vaishnavism. So that's why we take the Brahmana thread actually, but we don't have any Brahmanical qualities. That is our problem. Thread लगाने से कुछ नहीं होता, रस्सी बांधने से क्या होगा? तो उसमें तो गुणों को बांधना चाहिए ना, गुण तो बांधते नहीं हम लोग. ब्राह्मणिकल इनिशिएशन लेते हैं, ब्राह्मण इनिशिएशन बोलते हैं, ब्राह्मण बनते हैं, तो लेकिन कहाँ है कि ब्राह्मण पोस्ट के लिए लड़ते हैं? For the post we are fighting, for the money we are fighting, and for the name we are fighting, fame we are fighting. Then in their heart there is no, so Lord will not be there. End of the day, only fighting you. So this is the, my dear king, I thought that this should be with you, and that's why I'm giving to you. So like that he gave Shrunushvataha Shrunushva Tasya Samsthanam Vishnor Yat Kshetramuttamam. And also so you can hear, so this kshetra, about this kshetra further he is going to explain. So this will be seeing the tomorrow. It's a big explanation. So much is there. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments? My God, this is like every day increasing like ocean. Yes. Where are my earphones? Rajanand Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Pranam.
So previously you mentioned the anadir condition.
Yes. Anadi Brahma.
Yes, but also we have heard, and even in Bhagavad Gita, it is said that that never is a time where we have been, and so etc. So it is very difficult now with all the discussions that to have the real Siddhanta about the real origin of the soul, if the soul was with Krishna or if it was eternally conditioned. Please, where can we find really the Siddhanta that definitely
Bhakti Sandarbha. You want to find Bhakti Sandarbha, initial first anucheda, you can find everything.
Okay. Yes. In the first chapters. Okay, okay, thank you.
Any questions or comments or anything else? 1 minute is there. So tomorrow you all come? Yes? Tomorrow is Saturday, you'll come? Yes or no? At least this. Okay. Tomorrow is Saturday. So, okay, we'll see. Tomorrow we'll meet. And if we want, actually, on Sunday, whether we stay leave or not, we'll see. Because generally 3 to 5, no service will be there. Even temples also close 4 o'clock. And nowadays, in summer season, they will be opening at 4:30 actually. 4:30 they open. Instead of 4, they will. So we'll see. That's why it's a free time only. Even temple also, you don't have any opening or any service. Anyway, maybe. So we'll have tomorrow class. And Sunday we'll think about that. Sunday, actually, I have one more class also. Okay. So we'll see. Thank you very much. So please pray for me. So to continue these kind of stories. So that, thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhischa Sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo Ananta Koti Vaishnava